wouldn't say, you know.
Once you wouldn't.
Well, bye.
This time you do.
Goodbye.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise.
72 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Buffalo Bills and the champions of the NFC, the Minnesota. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. And off we go here in Atlanta. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
To say what he's done this year, Mike, is unheard of would be an understatement. I mean, there are quarterbacks who go their entire careers without even making it to the Super Bowl, yet here he is on the verge of potentially winning one in his very first season. He's got a lot of work to do between now and the end of this game to make that happen, but if he's able to lead his team to a victory here today, it would be a perfect storybook ending to an improbable and legendary rookie campaign.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run. It's the former LSU Tiger. Inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. Terrific play, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Vikings are up and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable with Rivers. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024, at quarterback, Josh Allen.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And the Bills first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Allen to throw. Taken in, Keon Coleman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. We'll try and run here with Cook. Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Trying to start on the ground. He's inside the 40. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point is good. The Vikings extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable with Rivers. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Pass caught by Shakir. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Bills.
They bring their tight end right. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun. Got it down. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down.
Again, it's Allen to the over the middle and intercepted. And the offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game. Like, these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get the 1st down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The Bills
No give on the ground. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Vikings. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book to see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. The extra point is good. And the Vikings move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Bills 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable with Rivers. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over once again. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. A pass on the right side by Coleman. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
45-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain
His
of 20.
first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Cook. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of
2nd reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Play the quarter here in Super Bowl 61. It's the Vikings with the edge. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Football as we begin this 2nd quarter from the 31. Here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
He'll look to throw. To the left side, taken in by Jefferson. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. He's uncomfortable with the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Back to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
His kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, this is strong. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, it's been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Allen now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
To Justin Jefferson. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job with nowhere left to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Kristen Darrisaw, first-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. They'll look to throw. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Out of the backfield. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Dean Davis Gaither there to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
In motion, Shakir. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 10.
They'll run the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A gain of a yard. And the Bills first down.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Vikings 42-yard line.
Allen, he's going to give it to Cook. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now he takes off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set of downs.
First down, Buffalo.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
To the air is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, here is Allen. The ball comes out. The Vikings have got it. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, headed in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop the play, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field. The next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score. But either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Now give up the middle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Matt Milano there to stop him.
Brought down by Matt Milano. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes to go here
Gain of 5.
till halftime.
Brings up second and
Back for more
5.
on Super Bowl Sunday. After this, they'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
24-yard line.
There he goes again. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got it. It's a touchdown. There is a marker down, but it looked like the defense was offside.
Offside. Defense.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. Vikings add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Head coach Sean McDermott there as the Bills get set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line.
He's got a man downfield. It's Shaquille. Still going inside the 20. And he will score. A little Shaquille. Touchdown, Buffalo. To go, and the Bills are able to edge a bit closer. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Vikings Bills offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
One final throw before the break. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. On the return, this is strong. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense is going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Hook gets it out of the pistol. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of
3rd and 2. Here we go.
3rd down.
And in motion is Coleman. On 3rd and a couple, here's Allen. He's going to have the first down and more. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
And the Bills' 1st down.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Allen on 3rd down. This is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down with a nice return up past the 35-yard line.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
The Vikings offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup of 5.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Handoff as they try to run it here. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Uh-oh. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that walk. It'll be a Vikings first down. He'll drop to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
Bounds at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to, without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
On the return, this is strong. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Head coach Sean McDermott there as the Bills get set for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Now Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bills.
Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And they finally track him down, but not until he gets to the 3-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 53 yards.
And we've talked about how man coverage can be really good when defending the pass. But Mike, the flip side of that is it actually can make things a little more challenging trying to defend the run. Those second, third level defenders, they tend to have their back turned to the backfield. So by the time they realize what's happening, he's already on his way downfield.
Hook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now it's yours for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bills are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Now Allen to throw on second down. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league.
And he'll get into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
York is good on the extra point. And the Bills will cut the deficit to 7.
Bills 27.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to number 13. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to, without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
Vikings 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Going there, fullback trying to get it. Good blocking, and he's in. C.J. Ham. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. He'll swing this one out to Cook. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
To number 4, James Cook. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Allen gonna make the read and hold on here. The ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to, without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's across midfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
Pistol give to Pollard. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
19 yards.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he will score again. Touchdown, Vikings. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Bills 27.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable with Rivers. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Play action. It's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play here in the big game. 32 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Allen, going to give it to Cook. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
He'll tuck it and take off.
Number 17, Josh Allen on the keeper. Jonathan Bernard on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 22, but now face the 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw. He's got his man. That's Coleman. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a 1st down.
1st down, Bills.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to...
It is brought in the end zone. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
York, good on the extra point. And the Bills are able to edge a bit closer.
34.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground. 2 yards. It's second down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They'll stick with him again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That caught. Tony Pollard. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Pollard running left. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
17 more yards. That's another Vikings first down.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now it is first and goal. They'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal.
Second and goal at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Intended for
This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Matt Milano.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. To throw is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 9-yard line.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play here in the big game. 38 yards.
I like to call these short throw, long run. You don't always have to generate explosive plays in the passing game by trying to throw the ball over the defense's head. This is a great example of it. Get the ball to a guy with speed, in space, and let him do the rest.
Try again. It's second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
In motion, Shakir. A run out of the gun with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
To the air on third down. Here's Allen. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Bills first down.
On first and 10, it's Cook. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Man in motion is Coleman. To the air on second down. Here's Allen. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
They'll send a man in motion left. Allen on third down. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs. Just as importantly, stop the clock. He'll run straight ahead with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Gaither on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's...
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. This is a tough spot. Third down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one's working up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look, great work to keep those hands up there. And now it's fourth down. Allen gonna throw for it. And that's gonna be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Gonna be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll run once more. And it's Pollard again. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go.
It's a gain of 2.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. And now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Here comes a return. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen now on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, third and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. We are set for fourth and long. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it ready to get back to work. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. And the Vikings have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Well, a ending to a great NFL season, all culminating here in the Super Bowl. And Greg, I think we can say the best team won the title.
And you think back to the season they had, Mike, where they earned everything on the field. There was ups and downs. There was adversity. And they were such a resilient group all season long. They were battle-tested coming into the playoffs. They put it all together tonight, and they can call themselves Super Bowl champions.
Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Minnesota Vikings. They are your Super Bowl 61 champions.